What's the history behind these legendary battles? I know you got the concept from like the great Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. I love that. But from your own insight, what's like the legendary history?
So, I mean, if you really think about disc jockeying and the history of disc jockeying was the actual pillar that actually led to all the other assets or avenues of what we call hip hop today, right? It actually started
Yeah.
with disc jockeying, where it was actually featured the DJ, and then the MC was just the person that was just hyping up the crowd. But the DJ was the one that actually set the tone and the tempo and got the party moving. From what I saw and just my experience, that kind of has been a lost art, right? That's not really a showcase like it used to be, where the DJ is the spotlight. It's kind of like they faded to the back and then they're just there to play the latest tracks or whatever the case may be. But in this sense, we set a platform that actually gives the DJs the opportunity to showcase their talent, to show their artistry, to show how they can actually take something and make it their own while moving and engaging the crowd. The one thing unique about Jungle, though, is that we use an educational component to it, right? So how we do that is that a lot of people don't understand disc jockeying. A lot of people don't understand what actually goes into it. A lot of people don't understand the counting and the timing and actually what actually captivates and captures the audience. And a lot of that is because of the lack of understanding of the terminologies, right? So what
Yeah.
we do during the actual battle is that between the host and the judges, during that time that there's the deliberation, there's an interaction between the host and the judges giving their feedback. But while the experience of the people that are there, they're actually taking it in, so they're able to make a more educated selection on who actually wins the battle. So I believe the more that we actually inform the community and actually bring awareness to what an actual disc jockey is, the more
Yeah.
it actually allows, the brand itself to expand, but also give the DJs that notoriety that they deserve. One thing that I saw on social media not too long ago was baller alerts, right? They dropped something that said, DJs don't break, DJs are not trusted to break the tracks anymore, like the new songs. So back in the day, DJs used to drop the track. They were entrusted with, that MC to say, hey, I want you to break my music. And that was a sacred thing, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always cool to be in an environment that, you heard something for the first time and it's coming from somebody hot, and the DJ was, fortunate enough to be able to do it. Some people that you still see kind of do that quasi, it's like Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats that have a party and he'll drop something just like kind of subtle to get everybody amped up. And then it's like,
Yeah.
man, I can't wait for that to come back. I think it's sad that they're not trusted anymore to do so, that being the DJs, because that really created an iconic and memorable moment for a lot of people. And it further pushed the experience of, what the DJ wants to have. I mean, at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, everybody remembers a good DJ. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that the DJs are remembered and they're getting the credit that they deserve.
Man, you so right. And like this makes me even more excited that like you doing something like this. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. When we think about the Bronx, the birthplace of hip hop, where it all began, DJs rocking the block parties, battling for bragging rights and pushing the boundaries of music. It's usually like a spiritual experience, and that's what it should be like, David versus Goliath, the turntables. And what I like what you mentioned is the fact that this modern scene that we see, a lot of the artists are skipping over the DJ. They not, like you said, they're not giving the DJs enough trust to break the track and to like spread the the whole buzz about that track that hasn't been heard for the first time. And I think a lot of that got to do with like money. People. I think they feel like a lot of artists feel like they've probably been stabbed in the back by DJs. And then they don't even understand the whole concept of DJ to begin with, like you said.